I'm back. This is where we left off before my son decided to take a vacation. I still have limited mobility, but it's no pain. Thanks for your prayers. Okay, now this is where we left off, and now what we were going to do. I'm not real happy with that position. I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to put the right sides together. We're going to match up the corners. Always make sure your corners match. If your corners don't match, nothing else is going to work right. So you pin those babies down so that they won't move. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Oh, that's something that's okay. Ooh, that thumb is still a little bit. Don't worry that this is off. It's all good. It's going to be okay. Maybe not if I don't start with it being okay. Very critical that you do not lose this. This is the whole shape of your pouch. See this, I do patchwork when I don't waste anything. If I don't have a big enough piece of flexible, fusible floss, I piece it together. All right. See, this is the outside of your zipper. I mean, of your pouch. There's your zipper. We want to squish. We want to squish that zipper so that these two seams match with the zipper on this side. This is the part you want to take the most time with. Okay, there we go. It's too many layers for me to stick a pin through. Let's turn this over. I might be sorry I tried doing this, but we'll see if my thumb can make it through the day. I didn't want the day to go without a video, and it was just too hot outside to sit and talk to you. Not sure what Yahusha has in store. Now look, see, now I want to make sure that the zipper is coming out on this way and making these seams match. Do I have another big one like that? Yeah. Got it. Okay. We're going to have the same deal with, I almost sewed this up with the zipper closed. I almost sewed it up with the zipper closed. I'm going to take this out. Let me find that zipper pull. Oh, it's on the other side. Of course it's on the other side. It's supposed to be on the other side. Let me have this back. I gotta open that. If I finish sewing this up with that baby open, closed all the way like that, I'm going to open her all the way I don't want to get it too close. I don't want to make this bundle any bigger. All right, we are ready, set, go. We are going to sew. I like to start from the thick side. What I'm going to do, now this is okay. It's going to be in the seam allowance. Don't worry about it. Uh-oh, get back inside there. All right, what I like to do is start about halfway. Oh, and don't forget, you have to leave an opening. You have to leave an opening. Yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. You have to leave an opening. You have to leave an opening. Okay. I think that might be good. Okay, good. I can get my hands are big. I have to be able to get through there. Okay. Like I was saying, I'm probably going to start over here. I know I've got to sew over this. I'm going to readjust. So I'm probably going to start right about, that wouldn't be a good side to start on. Yeah, I've got to start on one side or the other. Okay, I'm just going to start right here. Right about here. You don't have to start at the end. I'm going to start right here. And I'm going to sew down here. I'm going to make it a 1/2 inch seam allowance. I'm going to, truth be told, I never use a 1/2 inch seam allowance. I make it a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. Halfway between a 1/4 and a 1/2. I'm going to sew this 3/8 of an inch all the way down here. I'm going to stop there, start here, and go around to here. Be real careful with this. Don't let it slip. Now, I've got to take you over here. And we're going to finish this baby tonight. Tonight. You know, all things are in Yahushua's hands. He knows what's got to be done and when it's got to be done. I don't stress about too much at all. I'm going to make this bigger so I can get you a little bit closer. And I'm going to, this time when I'm going to make sure I'm on camera. Okay, I have my sewing machine on, using my professional presser foot again. I've got my stitches at 2.8. That's my go-to stitch size. It turns on at 2.4, but I like 2.8. I don't know why. It's just something in here. It's just a feeling. I got a feeling. Okay, 3/8 of an inch. It's right here. I love it. I'm going to set down my presser foot, set down my needle. Now, while that needle is setting, I told you I didn't really like how this was fixed. Oh, I use chapstick when I have to thread my needle. I run the thread. This is a tip. Oh, hold on. Let me show you. I run the thread through my, and hold this down and run the thread over it, and it makes the thread stick together, and then I can poke it through. Automatic. If your sewing machine automatic threader works, please let me know. You'll be on my list of one blessed person. Okay, I took that out because I wanted this to be aimed just a little bit more this way. Okay, all right, we're ready to go. You know, this is my little handle. All right, here we go. Now you don't want to zip through here. When you get right here, you're going to be sewing through very many thicknesses. So you want to take this slow. Take it very, very slow. Now I'm going to lift up, no, I'm not. I'm going to lift up my presser foot. I'm going to turn the corner and hope I'm not at the 3/8 inch. I'm not a professional yet. I cheat at this point. I lift up my needle. I scoop my material over here at the 3/8 line, put my needle, my pressure foot back down, and here we go. It didn't cut it. You're not cutting it anymore. What happened? That was weird. It doesn't happen very often. I'm glad. I'm glad it doesn't happen very often. Went too far again. Press your foot up, spin around, take this needle out, needle up, scoot over, needle down, press your foot down, and back up this other side. This is acting real bulky. Okay, it's being bulky. What can I say? It just wants to balk at us. Here we go. Let's go slow. Real slow. I have another opportunity to stop at the 3/8 inch. Let's see if I can do it this time. My pressure foot and my needle will go down automatically if I press the pedal, but I like to be in control. I stuck myself with that needle. Okay, this is my last chance. I think I did it right this time. Let me do. Whoa! Right at the 3/8 inch. Here we go. Back tack. Cut the line, and voila! Yes, we are done. what we could do at this point is we could pull this through and we would be finished with this. The only thing wrong is it would be a flat bag. We want this to have boxed edges. I mean, so it'll give it some depth to it. It'll take up some of the size, but it'll give it some depth so things don't look so bulky. Let me show you how we do that. This is the last step. I promise we are going to be finished with this tonight. There we go. I'm just trying to get this. I want to get this aimed perfectly because this is a crucial step. I want you to get a tight look at it. The way we make these, we box these, and you can go online and find a tutorial. I like to cut the bulk away, makes it easier. See, that's why I said don't worry about this, because we sewed all over that. In fact, I'm going to cut this down so that we don't have so much in here. You don't want to have all that bulk inside your... I don't want to get too close to that. I don't want to accidentally... I'm giving it about 1/4 of an inch. Now you're saying, why did I sew it in 1/2 inch if I was going to cut it back down to 1/4 inch? Because of things like this, where it's not exactly even that way. When I when I do cut it away, I can make it all look nice and neat. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to box the edges. There's several ways to do this. The way I learned how to do it, that I understand. Oh dear, I didn't make that nearly big enough. Is we want to spread this apart and make this seam, I hope you can see, make this seam, flatten this out like this. See the seams? You want to make sure they're perfectly lined up. I suggest you go watch not one, but many tutorials on how to do anything you see me doing that you're not, clear on. I've had to watch several. Okay, now what I want to do, see this cuts straight. What I like to do is I like to measure this. And if you don't have this way of doing it, just line this up with a square. And as long as this point is right here, and this edge matches and this edge matches, you decide how big of a box you want. On this case, I'm going to go 1.1 inches. 1 inch is not enough. 1.5 inches is too much. I'm going to go 1 1/8 inches. What am I going to mark this with? Talk about being prepared. What am I going to mark this with? Come on, come on, come on, come on. No, that's white. I won't see white. Where's my chalk? White chalk. Ah, here's something. Okay. See how I made that mark? You'll want to take a pen and make sure it doesn't move. Otherwise, that mark will mean nothing. Then we're going to go over the other side. I really should have made this hole a little bit bigger. Oh! I broke some of the threads. All right, here we go. We're going to line this up. We've just got to make sure that the seams line up perfectly. So I'm going to put the corner right here. Make sure this lines and this lines up. I'm going to take my ruler. Wait a minute, it moved. Don't move. If you get it all lined up and you feel something move, you've got to stop, because a little bit of movement can throw you way off. Here we go. I don't have to, well, I do have to. I was going to say I don't usually pin this one, because I'm going to hold it in my hand until I sit down to the machine. But I got to take you with me. Here we go. Let's go. Come on. I'm getting better at this, aren't I? Let's see. Not too much twirling around. Uh-oh. Here we go. I can't wait to see if I did everything in sight. Okay. Now this one is very... I didn't do it to the liner. You gotta do it to the liner. I only did this one side. I'm just going to sew across this line, but you want to do back tacking. You want to make sure it's double sewn. So I come up forward a little bit. I'm going to back it up. I'm going to come all the way across. This is to make it strong. I'm going back. I recently learned a different method for doing this, but I haven't practiced it enough times to be pretty comfortable. In fact, I've only done it once. I liked it a lot. I thought it was a lot easier, but I can't trust myself to do it on camera. Okay, now just in case I went too fast for you when I was boxing that, check this out. I'm gonna show you how to box this one, the other side. I didn't do the liner. Okay, here we go. I hope you can see it okay. I'm trying my best. We're 25 minutes into this. Okay. I'm determined to finish it. The same thing on this end. That's why I didn't make this any bigger. I needed room to work with boxing the liner here. See, just make sure. It helps if you spread this apart. But I'm pretty sure I've got this. Okay, let's lay this down. Come on. Lay down, Sally. Rest here in my arms. Okay. I'm the singing sewist. Remember how I did that before? I showed you I just got it right here in this corner. Spread this out. I hope this is in view. Come down here. 1/8 of an inch. Pin. One more time. I promise you, after this, we turn it inside out and we'll be done. I promise. I'm just making sure I gotta line those seams up. It'll be all crooked if you don't get the seams lined up. All right. Okay, come on. Come on. Let's spread out nicely for Mama. Come on. Here we go. Okay. The tip is here. I've lined these sides up. I'm going to go. Why can't I see the... What changed? Oh, I didn't go far enough? Okay. What changed? I don't know what happened. I kind of lost my... Anyway, I know how far 1.5 inches is. What? Please bear with me. I think my dyslexia just struck, and I don't know where I'm supposed to measure this from. but I know that this is an inch. This is an inch, and this has to be an eighth of an inch. It looks right to me. Okay. I'm sorry. I just kind of lost it, but I'm good. Thanks for bearing with me. That wasn't fun. Okay. I'm just going to sew these up. This time I'm going to just, hold on. I wasn't pressing down hard enough. I've got to go over this twice. There we go. You can back tack or you can just go over it twice. Okay. One more step. You know, I don't know if any of you are fans of that detective show called Columbo. I think it was called Columbo. And he would say, oh, just one more thing. He'd ask him all these questions, but it was only the perpetrator that he would treat that way. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to cut this off 1/4 of an inch. I'm glad I had that. I just cut off the seam. These things happen. Obviously, we're not going to finish this, but I'm going to show you what it would look like had I been able to finish it. I'm so sorry you went through all this with me, but I will fix that. It will simply be something I'll use around here, use around the house. I'm not going to even give this away to anybody. But these things happen. They happen, and I'm not going to take the time to sew the lining up, but look how nice that this boxed seam looks, and this one has got a little eco in it. Here's the little handle I was telling you about. I'm just going to stuff this in here for right now because I want you to see me finish it. I promised you I was going to finish it. I've got work to do, so I can't sew the seam up yet because I've got to fix that. And it can be fixed. I'll use an overlap stitch. It's not going to be pretty, but I can use it. Now, do you see, I was talking to you so much about the finished look on the zipper. See how this, in a lot of projects, when you put the zipper on, the zipper just kind of gets rounded into the zipper bag. But with this, I want to make sure I'm showing this to you. With this, yes, you can see that. Okay, see how this is. Hold on, let me get it better. I want you to see this. This is that little green that we put on each end of the zipper. See how it gives that really nice finished look? And it's boxed so that it's no more space than it would be if it wasn't boxed, but you know, it would be tight like this and flat, and your stuff would be all bulky looking. But see how nice that looks? I'm real proud of it. I made a mistake. Mistakes happen. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the project and leave a comment. Thank you very much for staying to the end. I love you. Yahushua gives us the strength to do all that we need to do in his name. Shalom.